What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another video. Before I get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and for the support that you guys are giving me. I appreciate it. I'm almost at 30 likes, so 30 subscribers. I'm not at 30 likes. Ha! I wish. Hey, if you guys want to hit that like button, give me the 30 likes. It's cool. But almost at 30 subscribers, and I'm cool. You guys are digging the wrestling videos. You guys are digging my food videos. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, let's hope we just keep growing. English is just my first language, guys. So don't worry about it. It's just my first language. And we're gonna continue to grind. Hopefully, I'm not poor anymore, and I can get myself a computer, get myself this desk and stuff that I can set up and start doing some other stuff that I want to do. But you see the title, you know what it is. NXT Takeover 31. It just happened like 5-6 hours ago, and we're gonna talk about it. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Um, yeah. Um, as always, this is for my pay-per-views. This is a review. Uh, it's going to be a kind of a different review because I got the handy dandy notebook, but the handy dandy notebook only have the matches. So I'm going to talk about the matches a little bit, and of course, we're going to talk about what might happen in the future. So this is still spilling the NXT, the good, the bad, and the Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly match was so good. I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. No, not now. All right, cool, whatever. I ain't want to talk about it now. Okay, so first up, show opens. They talking about the Capital Wrestling, the CWC, the Capital Wrestling Center back in the day from Vince Senior, before Vince Senior, or in that area before it was like actually WWE. It was WCW, was in that area, and they brought it back. They talked about the history of it. It's pretty dope stuff. And then they went into the crowd. They painted out the crowd. Looks so dope. They have like steel, like a steely cage type thing, like fences. They have an actual crowd, actual park crowd, and they have like the NXT superstars. I think are floating around there somewhere. And then they have the virtual Thunderdome type crowd, so it kind of feels a little bit more gritty. Like all, you still got the piping noises, which was still a little weird and it felt a little off. But it felt like old-ish NXT. It felt a little more gritty and stuff like that, and I like that stuff. So first match of the CWC building. I guess that's where it was. Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship. This match was really good. Damian Priest is coming to his own. He is no longer like vampire party guy slayer character, whatever he was supposed to be. Seems like he actually has his niche, and he's finally becoming like Damian Priest, like the character I guess he was supposed to be or whatever like that. Even in an interview with Triple H, when he does his 30-minute things with like the interviewers, they talk to him about these matches and stuff like that. He was saying that like before Damian Priest was like it was like I guess he didn't know like who he was supposed to be. Like other people were in his ear telling him it should be this and it should be that. And Damian Priest now just decided to be Damian Priest, and it worked out for him. He seems to find his rhythm. His matches has always been good, but now he's starting to get in his groove. Uh, Johnny Takeover is Johnny Takeover. He'll always be that. And when you put them two together, man, you got yourself a really good fiery open match. This was your basic big guy tries to overpower the small guy. The small guy uses tactic, speed, and his technical prowess to get a upper hand on the big guy. So Damian Priest, like in a lot of beginning, was taking over, and Johnny Gargano, he did his thing. He got his licks in. Um, Johnny Gargano towards the end, around the endish of the match, he went back to his Wednesday nights and he low blowed Damian Priest right in a PP, and then he hit him with a super kick for a very close two. The man's out here selling his weenie. He was like, "Oh my wee wee." They did a spot. They did this weird spot where they had like the steel steps, and I thought they were going to use the steel steps, but they never used the steel steps. It was just out there, and Johnny Gargano was like moving stuff around, but he never actually used the steel steps. So I don't know why that was even teased, but it wasn't used. I thought like Johnny Gargano when he had him on the outside, I thought he was gonna like run, and then maybe Damian Priest would like move out the way, or he would like try to jump over and he would catch him, he like slam him on the steps or something like that. But that never happened. But it is what it is. Um, he goes for DDT, like the Widow's Bell. No, that's Tommaso Ciampa stuff. The final beat, Widow's Bell, the rope DDT. He goes for that. Damian Priest catches him. Uh, he catches him. He puts him on the second rope. Hits the Crossroads Reckoning for the win. That was good stuff. I give this match like a B, like a nice solid B. It was a very solid opening. It just felt like this match, and I feel like mostly all the matches like they got in that first gear and they was hitting the stride going into like the second and third gear, but it just stopped. Like it just ended. It just stopped abruptly. It was like if they wanted to go like another 5 to 10 minutes to get over that hump, they could have did that, but for some reason they just just ended. But still good match. Still enjoyed it, and still your North American champion, Damian Priest. Um, So this is a thing that now what's going to happen next, for I'll talk about what's going to happen for Priest first. Um Damian Priest, my guess would probably be someone like Cameron Grimes. Um that's the biggest name that just popped in my head. Cameron Grimes might be like the next focus right now for his title defense. Gargano, I'll speak on Gargano a little later, but I'm pretty sure that Damian Priest for now has moved on from Johnny Gargano and is probably going to get some more contenders. Tsunami, my boy, Brunson Reed, they're probably in there. Timothy Thatcher, maybe. So he got a couple of options for his title for that title. Next up is Kushida versus Velveteen Dream. Another solid match. Velveteen Dream dressed up as somebody from the Back to the Future movie. I don't remember who it was. I maybe seen the movie once, but it was the guy with the hair and the white. Yeah, it was him, but I don't remember who it was. But he was dressed up as him because Kushida, his whole thing is Back to the Future and stuff like that. So for mind games, because Dream likes the mind games, he dressed up as him. But Kushida wasn't even having that. Like his music didn't even come out. He just attacked from the start. He pretty much had the whole match won from Jump Street. He kind of yeah he had like mostly all the offense. Uh, Dream had very little offense in this match. Um, yeah, Kushida was very aggressive. He was going after the arm. He was bending it back. He did the Danielson stomps, but he did it like the other way. It was like half Danielson stops, half Seth Rollins curve stomps because he did the kicks, but he did it on the side of like the curve stomp side. So he hit him with one of those. Um, I think my foot was falling asleep. Oh my goodness, my foot fell asleep. Uh, um, Dream went for, I think he hit a Dream Valley Driver. I think that's like the biggest offense he had, like the biggest notable offense he had. He was teasing the fans. He went for a purple rainmaker. I think Kushida blocked it. He was going for his hoverboard, his arm lock. He got it in a couple times, and then Velveteen Dream got his foot on the ropes, and then that's when because he did it once, and then he was gonna go up to the top, and then Kushida caught him in that time, and he hit him with the hoverboard lock. And then he did it the second time. That's when he hit with the Dream Valley Driver. He went to go to the top. He went to go for the Purple Rainmaker. Kushida wasn't having that. Moved out the way, caught him in hoverboard lock. Has Velveteen tap out, and Kushida wins. But of course, Kushida is on his murdering stage, so he doesn't stop there. He continues to whoop the ass of Velveteen Dream. He goes back and he puts him in the hoverboard lock again. Um, I'll give this match a B. It was good as well. Maybe not as a little less than the Gargano Priest match. It wasn't as good, but it wasn't B minus level. It was still like B, but it was just slightly not better than the Gargano Priest match. This was just like a 10-minute squash match, which is crazy because it's freaking Velveteen Dream. Uh, Ever since his thing with women happened, he's just been on cruise control. I don't know if he's going to the main roster now. After this draft is he's going to be called up to the main roster, so now he doesn't care. I don't know if it's something where he's getting punished, so he's getting murked by Kushida, but he might not be in NXT for very much longer if he even goes back to NXT. I don't even see him being. I see him going to the main roster. I think his time in NXT is gone. I think it's been gone since after he lost the NXT championship to Adam Cole. I don't know why he wasn't called up then, but he stuck around, and I don't think NXT really needs him anymore. He's just there. As for Kushida, I see him if he's being more vicious. I don't. I wouldn't say maybe be a heel. I would say go against Damian Priest for the North American Championship, or he can go against for the Cruiserweight Championship for the next match versus Swerve versus Escobar. That we're going to talk about that one. But first, it was announced that Halloween Havoc is coming back for NXT, and it's going to be hosted by Shantay Blackheart, who I love very much. So I'm very happy for that. I think it was like October 25th. Which if it's October 25th, I guess that's another takeover because it's on a Sunday. So I'm guessing that's another takeover that they're doing. Takeover um, Halloween Havoc, NXT Halloween Havoc takeover something. Um, but yeah, that's a cool little announcement. I'm gonna say Kushida versus Escobar. Swerve versus Escobar. Very good match. This was good stuff. Start off lucha like. Again, this match is another match like the. It was. I think it was up to this point the best match of the three. Um, it was sort of like the Priest Gargano match, where it's like, okay, good stuff. They get into one. They have the one face gear when they got the baby face come over, like get the upper hand, and then they got the heel go get his stuff in, and then baby face comes back, and then phase two, Legado de Fantasma comes. He tries to interrupt and stuff like that. My guy Swerve is not having it. Um, um, Escobar is trying to get in some offense, trying to get some sneak rolls, but Swerve takes him out. He goes over the top rope, takes all of them out, and then my boy Tahuti Miles. Oh man, good for him. Comes out. I guess a dynasty's been called now, but he comes out. He takes out those two. Swerve takes out one, send them both all to the back. He goes back and puts his focus back on Escobar. Escobar hits his driver for a 2 count. I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. And then Swerve, he does this like cool foot kick thing where he gets out of it and he kicks him. And this is where he like I think he super kicks him. He hits the house call, and then he does like a 450 for a two. I was like, oh my god! I was like, oh. At first, I was like, oh, that's it. And then he gets, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere. And then he goes to the, I guess they go to the outside or something happens. I think Escobar pushes Swerve, and then he falls back, and I think his head was supposed to hit like some unexposed back turnbuckle or a post or something, but he kind of missed it. It was kind of awkward because I looked at it, I was like, why are you knocked out? That unless the back of your dread hit the back of your head and your back of the dread made of platinum steel, there's no way you should be you're laid out. But unfortunately, that part led to Escobar hitting like some underhook driver move for the win. Uh, this I still gave a B plus. This was on like A minus A type stuff because it was really good. But it's like that end that like that little small ending like messed it up just a little bit only because it's like, oh no, we saw that nothing happened, we saw that. And it just made it look like he was knocked out and he wasn't. And I kind of wish that he kind of like kicked out and then maybe went back to his driver move and then pinned him, or they did like a couple more minutes and stuff like that. But that ending just was just no bueno. But the rest of the match was fantastic. I don't know what's next for Swerve because he lost again for like, yeah. This is a thing where Escobar keeps saying he can't win the big matches, and here it is, big matches, and he can't win. So one of three things is happening. One, he's gonna move away from the cruiserweight thing, and he's gonna be in a North American title picture, which is great because he deserves it. Two, he's gonna get called up to the main roster. He might be going either Raw or SmackDown, and this was just maybe his one takeover match. I think I don't know if he's ever had a takeover match. This might be his first. And maybe there was like, hey, you deserve a takeover match before you go to main roster. That could be my second thing. Or my third would be that they maybe do this Tahuti Escobar feud for a little bit. Do that. Have Escobar go over Tahuti, Adonis, Miles, whatever his name is. And then maybe they might bring back a different Swerve, like maybe his kill shot gimmick that he did in Lucha Underground. Of course, he won't be kill shot because in WWE there's no way your name is going to be kill or shot unless it's shot C Blackheart. So maybe he comes back with like a different name. He might start teasing, or maybe like during the weeks he might start teasing um, Escobar with like the mask and stuff like that. He might show the mask that maybe Escobar is like aware of, and start showing us different things. And then maybe at the takeover match where he beats Tahuti or Adonis or whatever his name is. Uh, then he comes full mask, different persona character, kill shot, but the different name that's not kill shot, and maybe he has his final thing with him, and maybe that's how he takes the cruiserweight championship. He's like a whole different character that Escobar knows very well and is probably afraid of, or maybe he goes to that dark place, something like that. That's something I can see. But besides that, like Swerve lost again. He might not have anything left to do if he doesn't do any, if he's not in North American title or furthering the feud being a different character in NXT. He doesn't have anything else left to do, so he might go to main roster very soon. As for Escobar, he's gonna fight Tahuti Miles eventually because he had a Tahuti Adonis Miles had an interview and he was just talking about pretty much how much he didn't he doesn't he likes Swerve but doesn't really appreciate Legado del Fantasma always coming out and thinking they're the best and taking over the cruiserweight division and stuff like that. So he had to step up himself. He kind of said this after this match, but I just do it now. I just did it then just to get out the way. Next up, another good match: Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. Again, good match. Hindered by shenanigans, which is unfortunate. Because this match was also getting into a good gear. There was going back and forth, of course. Uh, Io Shirai is one of the best in the world. Candice LeRae is one of the best. Um, Candice has some good. She had some good moves in there, of course. She hit a nice line saw on Io. She tried to do it twice. She hit the first one and did it the second one, and Io was not having it the second time. Um, Io was very PWG up in there. She was getting hit with moves, but she was like no selling them, hitting with double knees to the face and stuff like that. She was really taking it to her. And Johnny Gargano comes out because ref bump, two-time ref bump. So it's kind of funny because the first ref bump, Candice LeRae did hit the like he popped the ref in the face. She popped the ref in the face on accident. Io Shirai, she tried to grab Io Shirai, and Io Shirai was on the ropes, and she caught Io Shirai with the elbow, kind of like how Aleister Black caught him, but Aleister Black got disqualified and Io didn't. But he caught him in the face. He's going like this. He was like, "Oh no!" And then Io was going for I think like a moonsault or a backflip. She did something. Candice moved out the way, and then she hit the ref, and the ref just like flew out the ring. I was like, oh Lord, what's gonna happen? Johnny Gargano comes out in a freaking in a in a in a referee outfit. Candice had taken Io out um, with her finisher. Johnny Gargano runs fast cow 1-2 kick out, and they're like, "Oh my God, what are we supposed to do? Hit her with your finisher again and count the fast count to three, and she chaps, she out. You run out of there, you." But instead, they just like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and so Johnny Gargano gets the women's championship. He's like, "It's hers anyway." He goes in there, ref is up. He has the belt behind his back. He was like, "Oh, hey, I didn't do nothing. What you talk about?" It was like he was like he was like, "Get out my match." He was like, "This is my match." He's like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Give me my shirt." It was like, "Ref, you got a shirt on." He was like, "How did you know that's even your shirt? You have a shirt on." And then Johnny Gargano, he drops the NXT championship slyly, and he's pleading with the referee. Io Shirai gets popped in the face by Candice LeRae with the title. She throws it away. Johnny Gargano leaves. 1-2 kick out. Oh, Johnny Gargano is beside himself. He's having a hissy fit on the outside. It's hilarious. Um, and then she tries to go to the top rope. Candice LeRae said, "No, no, 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 no." She goes up there, stops her. Spanish fly, beautiful, over the top moonsault. Uno, dos, tres, three, in Spanish and French. And still your NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai. That caught me off guard. I mean, it didn't really catch me off guard, but I would have thought Candice LeRae wins, Io Shirai goes to main roster, and she becomes great. Also, on kickoff thing with Triple H, he did a thing where Rhea Ripley comes out and he was talking about Rhea Ripley. They was having like a father daughter moment where Triple H has with all his talent, father daughter and father son moments, and she was saying that Io is great, but she owes me rematch. And Wednesday, I want rematch with Io. Or if it's Candice LeRae, I want Candice LeRae. It's going to be shortest NXT reign of all time. And Triple H said, "All right, well, bet." So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. You send off Rhea Ripley proper, she goes to main roster. out of nowhere from the Big Tron, my girl Tony Storm comes back. I'm like, yeah, Tony Storm. It's Tony time. She comes like, hey, yo, guess what? I'm back. I'm like, oh, I love Tony Storm. I love her. She was NXT Women's Champion, UK Champion. Yeah. And now it's her. It's Candice LeRae. It's Io Shirai. Rhea Ripley's there. Um, Dakota Kai's there. Eventually, um, Tegan Knox is going to be back. Kel Gonzalez is back. Shotzi Blackheart is back. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest roster right now. I was like, oh, NXT Women's Division is stacked right now. And then Motorcycle, vroom vroom vroom, that we was doing from the vignettes. Ember Moon is back. Yes, 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 yes. I freaking love Ember Moon. I called Ember Moon coming back. I said it was either Ember Moon or it was Kairi Sane, but my gut was telling me Ember Moon. Actually, reporters on TV who I saw said Ember Moon. I copied off of them, but I also thought it was going to be Ember Moon too, and it was Ember Moon. I was so happy to see her. Oh my god, I almost cried a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Ember Moon has literally been my favorite since she came to NXT. She's literally been my favorite. She dun, dun, you see the sun, yeah. She did all that, and then she did that. She did the clip, the top. I was like, she's my new favorite. And then she went to the main roster, and I was like, I love her. She should actually be women's champion. Why is she not women's champion? And now she's back. And now you have freaking Ember Moon, you have Io Shirai, you have Tony Storm, you have Rhea Ripley, you have Shotzi Blackheart, you have Dakota Kai, you have Raquel Gonzalez, you sorta have Tegan Knox. Yeah, Aaliyah's there, I guess too. She's there. You have what's my face is also there. You have my girl Xia Li. You have um, Casey Catanzaro. You have Kaden Carter. They're all great. So that women's roster is stacked. I'm telling you, that roster might low key, in my opinion, be the best roster in the world right now. It's better. It's killing WWE's SmackDown Women's Raw's roster. It's murdering AEW's roster, and I think now it maybe just surpassed Impact's roster. Because Impact's roster, like, hey, don't get it twisted. Impact's roster was out here. They had Tennille. They got Tennille Dashwood. They have uh, Deanna Purrazzo, who's fantastic. They have Susie. They have uh, um, Jordan Grace. I love Jordan Grace. They have Kiera Hogan. They have frick. They have one other person on that roster. Well, Tennille Dashwood, Jordan Grace, Susie, Deanna Purrazzo, uh, freaking Kiera Hogan, uh, um, Sue Young. No, not Sue Young. That's Susie. That's it. Sue Young, Rosemary, and a freaking John Morrison's a lady. I can't remember her name, but they have her too. So that's eight. What the frick is her name? It's gonna come to me eventually, but they have her too. Kind of sucks because I like her. I love her too. But they have those eight. That's a strong roster. But now you got Ember, Io, um, Rhea, Tony, uh, Shansi, uh, Dakota, Candice LeRae, Raquel Gonzalez, um, I said Shansi, Xia Li, Caden. Yeah, NXT might be hitting right now. And then like on top of all that, you can also like if you really want to, You can throw in Viper. You can throw in Viper if you really want to. Like you could throw her in there. You can throw in Kyrie Sane because she's technically still part of that roster. Like who knows if Tessa Blanchard might go to NXT? Like okay, let's just pretend those two aren't there. But like that, I would say NXT their women's roster right now is just there, but it's like them and Impact their rosters their women's roster are both like they're neck and neck right now. But yeah, freaking love him, freaking love her, and I freaking love Tony Storm, and I freaking love Io Shirai. Oh my god, it's gonna be great stuff. Um, finally main event. Um, they were showing backstage things with Kyle in Undisputed Era. Everybody had his back, and Adam Cole was looking like a a, a sore loser. He was mad. He was out there like that. He was out here stressed. That guy was looking. He's like, it should be. He looked mad, and then even like when they all came in, I guess he was supposed to be more serious. And he was telling me he loved them and all that stuff like that. Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly. Ah, all the stars. I don't ever care if you don't give. I don't care if you don't give no other star 5-star match. This match, the only thing that might not give this match 5-star match, even though it deserves all the stars in the world, I felt like this match slightly ended up a little abruptly, but from front, like start to finish, technical perfection between those two. Like they was doing technical stuff. There was maneuvering out each other's moves. Um, they was putting submissions on each other, and then the second, just like that, Finn Balor caught Kyle O'Reilly in like the gut. He kind of sold it really well. He was like, I'm okay, and he was like, oh no, I'm not okay. Hold up, time out. And the ref goes to check on him. Finn Balor was merciless. He was all on those midsections. He was on the ribs. He was on the backs. He was on the side pieces. He was murking it. He had him in a sharpshooter. My boy Kyle O'Reilly was like semi bleeding in the mouth, a little blood trickling around here. He was out here. Kyle O'Reilly was murking on the. He was working on the legs. Had him in heel hooks and double heel hooks. He was jumping off the top rope, knees on the legs. I was like, oh my god, this is great. Like this was technical type masterpiece. This was fantastic. And this was the only match that didn't have like a wonky finish. Like the Prince Gargano match, there was like a low blow, and he still didn't win. Kushida and Dream, there wasn't really a wonky finish in that match. Dream was just like being a heel, and he just got squashed. Swerve Escobar, Legado de Fantasma came out, and Adonis came out, and in the EO Canis match, Johnny Gargano came out. So this was the only match that like didn't even involve the Undisputed Era, which could have been a perfect time to do that. This match was just straight 101. Um, Kyle was popping uh, 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 Finn in the mouth. There was a spot where Kyle does his like I think he hit him with an uppercut. Finn Balor like does his turnaround. He hits the overhead kick, and then Kyle O'Reilly does the back to the like the bottom rope, comes up, boom, clotheslines him. That was good stuff. Uh, Finn Balor hit the 1917, I think it's called the 1917, 1914, something like that, for a near 2 count. I thought that was over. And then that's when Kyle had him in like the one heel hook, and he was going to try to go to the ropes, and then he moved out the way, and he put like a double heel hook on him because he was trying to get out of it. So he had like a double heel hook on him, and then he finally got his arms on the ropes. He was trying to do like a whole bunch of footwork on Kyle, but like he couldn't because his legs was messed up. He did like a short double foot stomp. Um, Tried to go up top, but wasn't working for him a little bit. He like moved out the way, like he tried to go to the coup de grace. He moved out the way, put him in another heel hook. Then he rolled him, like he kind of rolled him up and did like another double foot stomp to his mouth. Go to the top rope, coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, and still NXT champion Finn Balor. This is where I thought he was gonna kick out. I thought he was gonna take just a little time. It's like, oh, he got him in a coup de grace. Like, what else could he do? Like, he stop a little bit and then he kick out of the coup de grace, and then maybe he he pick him up. He try to get him in another heel hook, but he like knees him, hit him with the 1917, another coup de grace. Boom. Then you 1, 2, 3. But this one maybe just a 2, 3 minutes too short. I think they could have gone just a couple more minutes, and that. But this match was still like, even with all of that, still A+. That match was still fantastic, um, and that was like, I personally would give this match a 5-star match. Personally, I'd give this match a 5-star match, beginning to end, fantastic. Uh, if Dave Meltzer does not give it a 5-star match, he sucks. But he might give it a 4.75. I don't know if he can give 4.8 or 4.95 stars, but if he does get a 4.7 star or 8 or 9 or however many point stars he can give out of that, I would be like, that's nitpicky, but I sort of understand for that ending that could have ended just a couple more minutes. But that match was still phenomenal. That match of the night, hands down. Kyle O'Reilly made star. He can hang with the best. He could have been NXT champion. Finn Balor could have gotten to the main roster. And you know what else that I kind of wish that I had in my head that happened, and I think that's why I felt like it kind of just ended like that. So this was my brain thinking. In my mind, I was thinking he does that. He kicks out. He's oh my god, what do I got to do? He goes to top rope again, tries for another coup de grace. Kyle moves out the way. Finn Balor's knees are murdered. He goes after the heel hook. He goes for it. Finn Balor taps out. New champion, crazy. Undisputed Era comes out, clapping, cheering for him. I was like, yeah, good job, buddy, good job. Uh, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish has him up, the famous thing they normally do. And then this is just my brain. AJ Styles comes out. They don't want none. They don't want him. I was like, AJ Styles, what is he doing out there? And he comes out. They put him down a little. They sit him down. It was like, AJ Styles, like, why are you here? What are you doing here? And AJ Styles just doesn't say anything. Looks at Adam Cole. Looks at them. Just goes like that. Boom, Adam Cole, and then from behind, uh, Finn Balor attacks him. AJ Styles attacks him. Adam Cole attacks him. Adam Cole, they're all ganging up on him, beating up Undisputed Era, super kicks, Styles Clash, uh, coup de grace, last shots, all that stuff. They all look at each other, stare at each other. Boom, and NXT. So you got your Bullet Club versus your Kyle O'Reilly Club and stuff like that. And that would be like a an ending. You'd be like, oh my god, I got to see what happens next. Oh my god, I gotta tune into NXT. I got to see what's going on. That's what was going on in my brain. That's what my brain was thinking. But instead, what happened was Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. By the way, Finn Balor somehow was bleeding through the mouth too as well. He picks up Kyle O'Reilly. They shake hands. Well, Kyle O'Reilly shakes Finn Balor's hand, and then quickly Finn Balor like stops shaking his hand, and he looks, and then Kyle looks over, and then Rich Holland just has Adam Cole over his shoulders, just tosses him over, and Kyle O'Reilly goes to aid him. He walks away. Then Roddy and Fish come out, and they're yelling, it's like, somebody help him out. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? How do you not see that? And I was like, really? Rich Holland, really? Like, I like Rich Holland's next as much as the next guy. And I was thinking, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, Rich Holland, I thought Rich Holland was doing this thing with Cameron Grimes. And then he just, because everybody was cheering him. And then now he's just like, really? Rich Holland? So the thing is, was Rich Holland doing it on his own fruition? Was uh did Finn Balor hire Rich Holland to take out Adam Cole, or did the slight delay from Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong hire Rich Holland to take out Adam Cole, and that's why he was late? So I guess it's sort of interesting to see what happened, but it's not. It's not something I'm like, I gotta know what's going on with this Rich Holland thing. Like, you know what I mean? But that's how you end NXT. I think my idea was better, but still, overall, I'm gonna give the show a. That was an A plus B. I'm giving the show a B. Unfortunately, Finn versus Kyle clearly was the best thing on the whole show. That was the A plus, but everything else was B and or a B plus. So even with all those calculations, you still have to overall take the grade into a B, which is not a bad grade. But for a takeover match with the no and for no build and for injuries and for Rona and what you had to do with it, turning chicken stuff out of chicken salad, they did very well. The match was always going to be there. It just unfortunately didn't feel like takeover, unfortunately. But still good stuff. I'm still excited to see what happens on NXT. I hope you guys are excited too. I'll catch you guys next time. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you like the show? Did you not like the show? Who knows? I'm out.